in this session, we're going to talk about schedule groups and web control. Now, in the schedules video, we saw that we can schedule entire buildings or sections of buildings hierarchically by creating a schedule at an area and letting that schedule sort of matriculate down to all of the zones underneath it. Well, there are instances where that's not really effective. And one example might be if I wanted to schedule more than one zone, but in a particular level, but not the entire floor. In that case, my only option would be to schedule the first floor, in which case everything gets a schedule, and I may not want that, or to go around and individually schedule the different zones. That's kind of cumbersome to manage. The third option is schedule groups. I can just create a group that has particular zones in it, and then schedule that particular group of zones. Let's do that. I'm going to go to the Group button. And on the Schedule Group page, I'm going to add a group. And let's say that this is for the sales department. So I'm going to name it Sales Team. And let's say they're going to be in sometimes in the evening. And they're going to occupy more than one zone. I'll click OK. And now we see that we have the sales team listed as a group. I can choose Go, which will take me to that group, and now I can add the individual zones associated with the sales team. So let's say, for instance, the conference room and the office area are part of the sales team. I'm going to click Add, and notice I use the Shift key to pick more than one node. That's sort of a new feature with Web Control. You don't have to add them one at a time anymore. With version 4, you can pick using the Shift key, so the Control key. And now I'm going to click OK. Once I execute the download, I have basically made a group that has two zones in it, and scheduling those particular group, or that particular group rather, will actually send the schedule to both zones. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm at the sales team still. I click Schedules. Now I'm going to add a schedule. Let's say it's a normal schedule, weekly. We'll call it the weekly sales meeting. And let's say they're Thursdays, but they're a little later in the day. They're from 5 to 7 p.m. Now my schedules are downloading in the background. If I go back to the GeoTree, let's look at the conference room, for example. And now let's view these particular schedules. Notice that on Thursday, we're occupied from 8 to 7. The reason for that, of course, is that I've created an additional weekly schedule for the sales team. And here it is next week as well, and for every week following, because it's a normal weekly schedule. Now, essentially what we did is we did it in both areas. Remember, the office area was also part of that group, and it too has the schedule. Because the cafeteria is not part of the group, we see that it in fact will go unoccupied at 5. And that is essentially schedule groups and web control.